everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope that all of you guys are doing amazing. Today is a very special day because, well, tomorrow is Vishu, and for those people who don't know what Vishu is basically the Mallu version of Ugadi. And if for those who don't know what Ugadi also is, it's like basically the New Year. So Vishu is the Mallu New Year according to the Malayalam month. So yes, I am very excited, but unfortunately I am in Bangalore and my family is back in Kerala. So I have been feeling very homesick since a couple of days. I've just been sitting here on my bed and I'm just like, oh my god, this is the time of the year where everyone just comes together. So we basically have only two celebrations actually, Mallus. When it comes to Mallu Hindus, we have like Onam and Vishu. I can literally count it. And all the other things, that's like Shivratri, Ganesh Chaturthi, etc. It's not as full-fledged as the other districts like Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, whatever. So yeah, it's not as full-fledged for Mallus as them. So literally the only time we all like come together and go crazy is during Onam and Vishu. So you guys can see how big of a deal this is, right? Vishu and Onam both, more than being a religious festival, it's about bringing everyone together. It's about, you know, beginning of a new year, harvest and all that. So even non-Hindus in Kerala celebrate Vishu and Onam. And yeah, so even my Christian and Muslim friends started texting me and they were just like, okay, so you are at home for Vishu, so how are you gonna, you know, go about it? So I thought I will celebrate Vishu on my own. I know I'm alone over here, but that doesn't mean that I don't get to celebrate my goodwill and like my happiness and just like basically eat amazing food, wear new clothes, and yeah, do everything that you usually do for Vishu. So I want the proper Vishu experience in my room. I know that I'm going to be sad because I'm not with my family, but still we're gonna work this through and we will come up with something, and basically let's just have fun. And on top of all that, let's go shopping because we have a lot of things to buy so that we can actually do it the authentic way. So let's go. So while I walked through the beautiful streets of Bangalore, I knew that my first destination would be to buy kurtis for Vishu, because it is important that you wear something new for Vishu because it's a new beginning. So yeah, so I went to Trends first, but then I did not get in because I was scared because there were just way too many people inside. Then I went to Soch, which was very empty for some reason, maybe because it's too expensive. So I went inside that, and to my luck, I found a lot of kurtis. The first blue one was around 1400, the second yellow one was around 1200, and this pink kurta was exactly 1000 rupees, and I absolutely loved it. It had amazing mirror work on it, and after that I got out and I went and searched for kanikona, which I did not find. So I adjusted it with random yellow flowers, and then after that I went straight away to a grocery shop to find instant palada payasam. And as you guys saw, grocery shop was really empty. Hi! So I got back home and it is now time for us to set up the kani. So usually for kani, what people keep at home is like chakka, manga, tenga, all kinds of stuff, and people also keep unniyappam. Unniyappam is a delicacy, is a sweet that is made during the time of Vishu. You can eat it otherwise also, but unniyappam is a very Mallu thing. And also you buy a new clay pot in which you have to put the unniyappam, but unfortunately I don't have unniyappam or new clay pot, so that's that. And another thing that should be there is kanikona. Kanikona is the state flower of Kerala. Again, I don't have kanikona, so we are going to do a little impromptu, we are going to do something different. Yup, I said it right. It was definitely different because you guys know that I have certain restrictions when it comes to space. So the first thing I had to choose was a space to set up my kani, and that was on top of my small fridge. Weird, isn't it? But then that's the only thing I had. So I laid out my base. That was my very new dupatta. You have to lay down something very new. And on top of that, I started assembling the fruits and vegetables that I got. When I bought all these things, I made sure that these will be the things that I use later on when I'm cooking or something that I will eat. As you guys can see, I've laid down all the fruits and vegetables that I have at home. And the next thing that we have to do is put all the dhanyams there. And for dhanyam, usually people put navadhanyam, that is 9 pulses, grains, whatever you call that. But I don't think I have 9, so I'm gonna go with like an odd number. because odd number is considered auspicious. So we'll maybe like 3 or 5 or 7. I don't think I have 7. But then I think 5 maybe we could probably try. So let's go. So for the people who don't know what Kani is basically a symbolic representation of what your life has to be filled with for the next whole year. So you keep a lot of food items like fruits, vegetables, pulses, etc. That is, your life will be filled with a lot of food. You'll never have famine. And on top of that, you keep new clothes. That is also suggesting richness. You keep gold and other precious jewels. You keep a lot of money, and not a lot, whatever, a little bit of whatever you have. And on top of that, you also keep like a mirror, some flowers, and an idol of the god that you worship. So this basically becomes a part where you're telling yourself that this is what you want your life to be filled with for the next whole year. So that is what Kani is. It's just a symbolic representation of what you want your whole year to be. And on the day before Vishu, that is when you keep the Kani, and before all this you burst a lot of crackers and all that stuff. So that is also a representation as to you're bursting all kinds of evils from the last year and you're not letting it to come to the next one. So the day before Vishu is actually the fun one. So I was watching all these videos from home this Vishu, and I was getting really emotional because I genuinely missed all these things, because there was a time when all of the cousins were back in Kerala and we would all sit around our grandmom to listen to all kinds of stories and stuff. But right now everyone's in different parts of the world and India. So yeah, things have not been the same, but still I gathered my courage and I was just setting up my Kani. I think it came out not too bad. What do you guys think? This is how my Kani turned out. Now usually if I was at home, my mom would close my eyes like this from behind and take me early in the morning. I am not supposed to open my eyes until I reach in front of the Kani. So my mom would close my eyes and we would just walk very slowly and come in front of the sanctum in our house, and she would just remove her hands and then I would look at the Kani. That's how it is usually. But obviously I don't have my mom here, so I have to do it on my own. So what I'm gonna do this time is actually get up around like 4:35 and then switch on these fairy lights. I don't need to open my eyes to switch on these fairy lights, and just look at the Kani because I know I can see it. And after that, like, let's see what happens. So see you guys next day. That is on the day of Vishu. Bye. Hello everyone, happy Vishu. Today is Vishu. By the time I upload this will be belated happy Vishu. So yeah, hopefully you guys had a fun time on Vishu. And I just got back from the temple. So I was very skeptical about going to the temple this time because one, COVID cases are rising so fast. It is exponential at this point. So I was really scared to go to the temple, and I made a decision that I would walk in front of the temple, check if there's a huge crowd, and if there is a huge crowd, I'll just pray in front of the temple and just run back home. So I went till there, and thankfully there was like one other person than me who came to pray, so it was okay, and I sanitized my hands all the way, so I guess I will be safe from COVID. Also, if you guys have plans of going anywhere, don't cancel it. Sit at home, please. It's way worse than how it was in 2020. So yeah, we need to get rid of COVID as soon as possible. So please sit at home. And also, yes, happy Vishu. I hope this year is at least better than the last one. Now for the whole outfit reveal. In case you guys are wondering why this video is so awkward, it's because there were other people on the terrace and I was too conscious and I was just not happy with it. What followed after this is a series of unfortunate events. I came back to the room because it started raining heavily on the terrace, and I came back and I could not record the audio properly for me making the payasam because it was raining and it was very bad audio quality. And on top of that, I placed the order for sadhya, but instead of placing the order for veg sadhya, I somehow placed the order for veg biryani. So Was I too excited and like didn't realize what I was pressing on? Or is there something else happening? I have no clue. Either way, I can't return this order right now because there's no option to, and on top of that, I did order veg biryani according to my bill. So I'm just gonna eat veg biryani and then sleep and then maybe call it a day. I also have a bit of office work left. I'm on leave, but still I do have that. But anyways, happy Vishu to every single one of you. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed your Vishu day. And drink some payasam, eat some unniyappam. Just have fun and just think of equality, goodwill, and just pure happiness. That is all, you guys. Thank you for watching this video and happy Vishu. Bye.